Joke 1. The guys were on a bike tour. No one wanted to room with Mick because he snored so badly. They decided it wasn't fair to make one of them stay with him the whole time, so they voted to take turns. The first guy slept with Mick and comes to breakfast the next morning with his hair a mess and his eyes all bloodshot. They said, "Man, what happened to you?" He said, "Mick snored so loudly, I just sat up and watched him all night." The next night, it was a different guy's turn. In the morning, same thing, hair all standing up, eyes all bloodshot. They said, "Man, what happened to you? You look awful." He said, "Man, that Mick shakes the roof with his snoring. I just sat up and watched him all night." The third night was Bill's turn. He was a tanned, older biker, a man's man. The next morning, he came to breakfast bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. "Good morning," he said. They couldn't believe it. They said, "Man, what happened?" He said, "Well, we got ready for bed. I went and tucked Mick in, patted him on the arse, and kissed him good night. Mick sat up and watched me all night." Joke 2. A man goes home after being at his mistress' house. However, he realized that he smelled like her perfume. So then he goes to the nearby bar, drinks a couple of glasses of whiskey and heads home. His wife met him at the door, smelled him and told him, "You dirty pig. You can pour a gallon of women perfume over yourself and I'll know that you've been drinking." Joke 3. A police officer pulls over an elderly female for speeding while driving her husband to a doctor's appointment. The officer approaches the vehicle and attempts to explain that he stopped her for speeding. She looks at her husband and asks, "What did he say?" The husband replies, "He said he stopped you for speeding." The officer asked the elderly female for her driver's license, and she turned and asked her husband, "What did he say?" The husband replies, "He wants to see your driver's license." The woman hands the officer her license and he sees that she is from his old hometown. The officer tells the couple that he remembered the town because he had the worst sexual experience of his life there. The woman looks at her husband and asked, "What did he say?" The husband replies, "He says he knows you." Joke 4. Two dudes meet in a bar and have a good time. Then the door opens and two women enter the pub. Both men jump behind the bar, trying to hide. They look at each other, and one says, "Do you see those two women? The one on the left is my wife, and I'm having an affair with the one on the right." The other one answers, "Well, that's a coincidence. With me, it's the other way round." If you like this video, put a like and subscribe to the channel.